Grab a beer and drop your pants, sing a wife and kiss the friends. It's the Man Show. Quit your job and light a fire, yank your favorite private car. It's the Man Show. It's a place where men can come together. Look at the hands on this chicken. Juggy goes on trampolines, talking loose and open jeans. It's the Man Show.
And now your hosts of the Man Show, Joe Rogan and Stanhope.
What's up? Welcome to the Man Show. What's going on?
We encourage that behavior.
Woo!
I'm inspired. I watched the thing last night on the, there was this chick in Hawaii, the surfer girl, that got her arm eaten by a shark. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Now she's back to surfing again. I saw that.
Yeah, why is it every time there's a story that's supposed to be inspirational, it's not inspirational at all. It's just sad or depressing. That's
Or just stupid. I mean, it's kind of dumb to go back in the water once you know that sharks find you delicious.
Who does that inspire? The only people inspired by that are amputees who need a clapping buddy. Hooray! No, that's why we thought we would bring you a truly inspirational story from right here in our own Man Show family tonight. It's the story of our very own Juggy Cathy. Here's the tale of a young woman who overcame the obstacles of a loving family and a stable upbringing to become a Juggy.
Juggy Cathy was born in Vietnam during the war. When she reached the age of 3, her Viet Cong mother and her father, presidential hopeful John Kerry, brought his war baby to America, where she was told that a woman could be anything she wanted to be, a doctor or a lawyer.
But I didn't want to do that because doctors and lawyers never get to do this.
Yet coming from a decent middle-class home with loving parents, Cathy lacked the one thing that most Juggies have as a motivating tool.
I never had a creepy uncle to fondle me. So I had to use my brother's G.I. Joe doll to diddle me in the bathing suit area.
So to further develop her low self-esteem, Cathy took a job day shift at a topless bar in a warehouse district in East St. Louis. But being of Asian descent, she lacked the one most important thing of all. Big, huge jugs.
Cathy could get the jugs, but she'd need money.
That's when I developed my rich guy pleasuring hand.
It's a technique she developed where Cathy would sit on her hand for about an hour till it fell asleep.
Then I grab the rich guy's package and I start the motion.
The numbness in her hand helped her disassociate from the slippery texture of rich guy hog.
It's like burping a baby until it spits up.
To prepare for her Juggy tryout, Cathy spent her nights giving oral sex to aging members of 80s hair bands and spent her days sleeping in a high-watt tanning bed.
Cathy aced the audition, but to remove any suspicion that she wasn't vapid enough for the job, she blew her first paycheck on ephedrine and a pedigree chihuahua.
Yes, Cathy had at last become a Juggy. So let's bring her out right now. Ladies and gentlemen, Juggy Cathy. Juggy Cathy proved that no matter what hand life deals you, you can sit on that hand until it falls asleep and then use it later to give rich guys hand jobs.
Thank
More
you,
Man Show right after this.
Stay tuned.
And now it's time for America's favorite ass crack identification game show. Guess Who's Ass Crack?
Welcome to Guess Who's Ass Crack, America's longest running ass crack game show. Every ass crack is special. For you, it may be a fiery tailpipe for waste excretion, but for me, it's a place to put my finger when I'm bored. Contestant number 1, Kevin, what do you do for a living, Kevin?
I'm an aircraft mechanic.
And contestant number 2, Ed, what do you do for a living, sir?
I work at a pharmacy.
All right, contestants, it's time to start our own Know Your Own Ass Crack round. As always, you'll be shown a photograph of an ass crack. You've got to decide who does that ass crack belong to. You are a hot celebrity. For each correct answer, our contestants will win $50 in ass cash. As cash, accepted in over 22 fine stores and Tijuana. All right, contestant number 1, Kevin. Let's go to our first question here. Let me reach in the ass and grab the question. Contestant number 1, is this your sticky, gritty valley of shame? Or the peach fuzz party hole of Carmen Electra?
That's my ass crack.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Are you ass crack sure?
Yes, I am 100%.
Let's see the full image. Oh! Wow. Sir, obviously you know your ass well. You must do yoga. Let's take a look at Carmen Electra's ass just for the hell of it. Come on. Oh! Can you believe that was once Dennis Rodman's penis garage? Contestant number 2, Ed. Yep. Is this your brown blistered blowhole? Or is this the cashmere crap canyon of Shannon Doherty?
I'm about to go with my gut feeling with this and say Shannon Doherty.
Are you sure?
I'm gonna go with my gut feeling with this one.
Are you ass crack sure?
Well, without smelling, I can't be sure. But I'm gonna stick with it.
Let us see the full image. Oh, it is Shannon Doherty. That's the world famous Doherty dumper, ladies and gentlemen. But now, just for the hell of it, let's take a look at your skid mark stink slot. Oh, my. All right, after one PP round, the score is even with Kevin and Ed both having 50 points. Let's see what our contestants will be playing for.
Tonight's winner will undergo a free ass crack laser rejuvenation. Plastic surgeon Dr. Herman Eng of Beverly Hills will apply his ass cocktail of Botox, collagen, and good old-fashioned elbow grease to nip and tuck you a new ass crack that's so smooth your family won't even recognize it. And our runner-up will receive, from the beautiful Ass Crack photo book series, you'll get ass cracks across America and ass cracks of World War II.
And now, it's time for the matchup round. As you can see, 3 juggies and 1 plumber are on this stage. One of them is fixing a toilet while the other 3 are trying to figure out how it all works. Kevin, you're first, so Ed, we're gonna take you to a sound and smell proof booth. Why don't you go out the sign right there, friend? Kevin, come on over here, sir. Kevin, you have 20 seconds to match up each photo with the correct ass crack.
I got you.
Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
In 3, 2, 1, go! There you go, quickly, on the hook! On the hook! Audience, help him out! Come on. Help him out! That's her, come on, man! Are you crazy? That's right. All right, Kevin, let's see how you did. Correct. This one is incorrect. Clearly, that's correct. And incorrect. You got 2 out of 4. I haven't seen that much ass confusion since I worked with Andy Dick. All right, let's bring back Ed. Why don't you go back to the sound and smell proof booth? How you feeling, buddy? You feeling loose? You ready to rock with this? You feel it?
Feel it.
You feeling it?
I'm feeling it.
All right. Here's the deal. You have 20 seconds, Ed, to match the photo with the correct ass crack.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. In 3, 2, 1, go! Ed, this doesn't look so good, my friend. We're gonna have to go over it. Let's see. Incorrect. This is a white ass. This is a brown ass. Correct. Must have been lucky. Well, it's hairy. There you go. And incorrect. Brown and white. Let's see. So you got 2 out of 4. Making it a tie. Good job. Back to your booth. And now it's time for the celebrity round. Inside this booth is a celebrity ass crack. Thank you, Christy. Whew. Take a good look at it, contestants, because you're going to have to guess whose it is. But don't worry, we're going to give you some hints. No help from the audience, please. Let's begin. Look into the box, contestants. This ass crack just got back from the gym. This ass crack has a master's degree from Queens College. This ass crack has starred in countless films. This ass crack can perform fellatio on itself. Write down your answers. All right, time's up. And this will decide the game. Contestant number 1. Adam Carolla. Contestant number 2. Edward Asner. He sacrificed his guest for a witty yuck yuck. And a good one it was. All right, you both answered. Celebrity ass crack, reveal yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, Ron Jeremy. The Hedgehog. Ron, can a wise man like yourself bestow some advice on the young men of the audience?
It's what you have up front that's a lot more important.
Well, that's all it is for this edition of Guess Who's Ass Crack. Good night, and have an ass crack tomorrow. Welcome back to the Man Show.
Hey, you know what it's time for now? More old pricks who think they know everything.
Politics, economics, religion, healthcare. This is Crossfire. Geriatric Crossfire, where the issues of the day are discussed by 4 elderly coffin dodgers. Our panelists today.
My name is Lazarus Scott. I am 87 years old. I had a prostate surgery about 5 years ago.
My name is Leonard J. Smith. My age is 86. I had a gallbladder operation.
My name is Dan. I am 90 years old and 6 months. I feel the country is on the downgrade.
My name is Gene Brenner, 75 years old. I feel because I'm in this place.
And now your host, Doug Stanhope.
Tonight, the issue is healthcare. A healthcare facility in Calabasas, California is employing robots to supplement the medical staff. Will this further dehumanize the healthcare industry? Your thoughts, Dan.
This is the coming wave of medicine.
What happens when the robot is more important and does a better job than the doctor, and that doctor is no longer needed? Will doctors turn to a life of crime?
Whatever it takes, the hell with the doctors.
Are you afraid that robots are trying to take over and rule us as a civilization?
No, absolutely not. That's an advance in civilization.
First your bingo balls, now medicine. Technology has taken over. Do you think it's good or bad?
I think it's bad.
So you have fear that the robots will revolt and take over the facility?
Absolutely.
Do you think that could happen?
Tell me one instance where a robot has taken over.
Robots have been on the market for just a few years.
The least represented minority on television are elderly people. Is this a reality of advertising dollars, or is this bias against senior citizens? Dan.
Absolutely. There is no question in my mind that this is so.
Gene, where's the place for old people on TV?
In the attic, burning them.
There are some octogenarians who'd give you a strong left hook for just saying that.
Elderly people should be thrown out of the country, put them on ships, stick them up your
No.
Say we went with Gene's idea. Put all the elderly people on a boat, sent them off to an island. Call it Elderly Survivor. Would you watch it, Leonard?
Oh, yeah, positively.
Follow up, Gene?
Oh, he's full of
Next topic. A recent study by the New England Journal of Medicine has found that biologically, everyone over the age of 63 becomes homosexual. Panelists, how did you handle the transition? Was it a tough process to go through?
I don't think we talk about homosexual. I think we talk about...
I always knew he was homosexual. You can tell, look at him.
Last question. The World War II generation has widely been known as the greatest generation. There's a proposal now to change the greatest generation to the people who protested against the Vietnam War. Gene, how do you feel about this?
I'm still working on homosexuals. I wondered when my friend came out of the closet.
I'm impotent, but not homosexual.
Last words, panel. A study from the House Committee on Assassinations has found that John F. Kennedy committed suicide. Any comments? And thus begins another war of words here on Crossfire. We'll see you next time.
You won't see me.
That's all for Geriatric Crossfire. Stay tuned for the Adult Bedwetting Report.
It is amazing that guys that dumb live so long.
I know. You'd figure one of them would walk into a well or into a propeller or something.
More Man Show after this.
Yeah.
After the show, maybe you guys want to come over to my house and play some online Quake, and then maybe we'll fire up the cameras and shoot a little porn. What's up?
Are the Japanese businessmen going to be there again?
Oh, you better believe it.
Yay!
Now it's time for another installment of Doug's Mom Reviews Porn.
Hi everyone, I'm Doug's mom with this week's porn. Today's porn is a courtroom drama called Hard Evidence. It was almost like an episode of Perry Mason. If Perry Mason was a young whore with a big fake and spent the whole day getting boned in the keister. Oh, I remember watching Perry Mason and the drama would have me glued to my chair. This one had me glued to my chair, but in a totally different way. I love this movie. But I couldn't help but think how much I wish Doug had turned out to be a big trial lawyer. Or at least handsome like that Joe Rogan. But those are the breaks when you smoke through your entire pregnancy. I found this movie guilty of making an old woman dampen her drawers. Whatever. On a scale of 1 to 5 diddling fingers, I give hard evidence a hard 4 fingers.
I taught Mother everything she knows.
Yay!
Now, girls on trampolines.
That's all right.